Hi families, Principal Cook here, and I am here with Mr. G. And we want to thank you for your patience today as we were having our dismissal at the end of the day. So Mr. Gaspi, I know you've worked really hard to make it a great thing. And you know what? We had a couple glitches today.
Yes.
I'm sure everybody noticed. What I want you to know is that we're going to take care of it. We are on it and we've got this. We're going to make it so much better for you tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
So again, we really appreciate all your patience, and the first day usually does take a while. So knowing that we've got our technical glitches corrected, tomorrow's going to be better. But we did want to take this time to go over the procedures with you, just in case you're still a little unsure about how things worked. So Mr. Mr. G,
yes.
I know you've been working really hard in the procedures.
Yes.
So why don't you first tell me, what are the procedures if I'm a kindergarten, first, and second grade parent?
Perfect. So if you happen to be a kindergarten, first, or second grade parent, when you pull into the school, you'll see two lanes right in front of the school. Those are what we call 4 and 5. That's going to be our primary dismissal zone for grades K, 1, and 2. Those all get released at 2:45.
Okay.
So what'll happen is you're going to pull in those two lanes, and you can get there a little early, you know, because I know some people like to get there early so they can get their kiddos. You're going to have your car tag ready. Remember, you guys got to have a car tag. Please have a car tag. And we'll talk more about car tags later.
We will.
In the green car tag, not the yellow one from last year. We're on that new green kick now. So you're in line, you have your car tag. One of our staff members will be walking in between the two lanes.
Okay.
And they'll have their phone, and they're not texting, they're doing work. They're working, okay? And they're punching in the numbers that are on those car tags, because each number is specifically assigned to an individual student.
Okay.
So they punch in a number, automatically that goes to that student's classroom, and it pops up on the board. Those students are ready, they're packed up. What they're gonna do is they're gonna come over to our K-2 dismissal hallway where we dismiss at, right by the flagpole.
Okay.
And then they'll be walked out by our staff, and they'll walk between lane 4 and 5, scanning, looking for their cars.
Okay, and it sounds like the problem today was some of the names weren't popping up properly.
Correct.
So that created some issues.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
we're going to take
we
care of
got
all that tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Good, awesome. So that's our kindergarten, first, and second grade students.
Yes.
They will line up over on the side. They'll come out by the flagpole.
Yes, ma'am.
Their parents will wait until they're all in the car.
Yes.
They are not, we do have a couple of parent do's and don'ts, and that is don't get out of the car.
Yes.
And don't switch lanes.
Please.
Just stay right where you're at. That's a really important thing. And we do have staff walking up and down with walkie-talkies so that we can communicate with one another.
Correct.
So, and then, so that's it. So K1 and 2 students over there on that side. Great. Then we're gonna switch to middle school, is that right?
Yes, because actually in lanes 4 and 5, that turns into middle school dismissal at 3:15.
Okay.
So if a parent comes after 3 o'clock, now that's the big one you gotta remember, after 3 o'clock, if you have a K1-2 student and it's after 3, that is already middle school. So a staff member will direct you around the school, and you're gonna go to the back car loop, the big car loop. That is lanes 1 and 2. Now, 1 and 3, excuse me. Now, that middle school, those are for grades 6, 7, and 8. No siblings. They can't have siblings, but they have to be middle school siblings. Okay? So that is for middle schoolers only. No exceptions. Unfortunately, if you do get in that line and you get stuck there, we'll try to move them out as fast as we can.
Okay.
But just to avoid confusion, we want the middle school students going there.
Okay, great.
And that starts at 3:15 and it closes at 3:30.
Okay.
So, but we did want to cover bases for grades 3, 4, and 5.
Right.
So the parents who have children in grades 3, 4, and 5, at 3 o'clock, those lanes 1 and 3 that I was talking about behind the school, that's what's called our big dismissal. That's grades 3, 4, and 5. You're gonna pull up behind the school in either lanes 1 or 3. Same thing, have your car tag ready. If you wanna put it in your dash, right in the window so you don't even have to roll down, they'll come through, they'll scan it, it'll pop up in your student's classroom, they'll walk down, they'll come out the cafeteria right over here, they'll walk to the front and they'll walk down the runway, which is lane 2. That's why we covered not changing lanes, because there's going to be students walking
Right.
down lane 2. So we need to make sure we stay in either lanes 1 or 3.
All right, and then, so kindergarten, they are dismissed from the front.
Yep.
So if a parent gets here, up until 3 o'clock, they pick their child
Good
up
to
in the
go.
front.
Yes, ma'am.
If they're a middle school, at
3:15.
3:15, they can be in the front line to
Yep.
pick up their child.
Yep.
3, 4, and 5, they use the back car
Mm-hmm.
loop. And there is somebody there who's gonna direct them.
Yes.
Great.
And there is one exception. So we have a lot of different families, and we love the fact that here at Flagler, we have siblings. So we have siblings, let's say we have a sibling that's in 1st grade and we have a sibling who's in 7th or 8th grade. They are going to dismiss, so that way we wanted them to be able to walk their little kiddo, their little brother out together. So they're gonna be in the back as well.
Okay.
So if you are middle school and you have an elementary school sibling, you're gonna be in lanes 1 and 3.
Okay, and then I know there's one other important point that if a student is coming down late from class,
yes.
or they're delayed, what will happen is we're gonna tell you to move forward and go into the parking lot, because for some reason your child may still be upstairs. Maybe they're so engaged in their work, they don't wanna leave.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll have you go to the parking lot, the staff will direct you out there, and the students will be called, and then they'll come and join you out there.
Yeah.
And I think the last thing to talk about is when to buy car tags.
Car tags.
So tomorrow, the only time you can buy car tags is between 8:15 and 2:15. The other time you can buy a car tag is from 4 to 4:30. We will not sell car tags during arrival or dismissal. So please come into the building, again, to buy those car tags between 8:15 and 2:15 and 4 and 4:30. And I think that's it. And
One more thing,
Oh,
Ms. Cook,
one more
I'm
thing.
sorry.
No, that's
So,
great.
Just want to throw this in there, and guys, for those siblings with middle school and younger kiddos,
Yep.
3:15 middle school. So if you do have the sibling who's in middle school and a younger student, 3:15 in the back, because they are teaching up until 3:15.
Oh.
And we want to value our instructional time, don't we,
That's
Ms.
right.
Cook?
Oh my God, yes, we absolutely do.
Yeah.
All right, so in addition to this video, parents, you will be receiving an email kind of summarizing all of this information. We have people who are going to be passing out flyers about this tomorrow morning at arrival, and again, giving you an opportunity to get another flyer at dismissal. So we really want tomorrow to go smoothly, and we do know that practice makes perfect. By the way, your students will be practicing this tomorrow, so it'll be a much, much better. So on that note, I want to say thank you so much for your patience, and we are really looking forward to a great year. And Mr. G, thank you so much for all your work and all your support with this arrival and dismissal. I really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.